In this video we are covering the cosine rule, and we are covering how to calculate the unknown angle of a triangle using the cosine rule. So the cosine rule is cos A equals to b squared plus c squared minus a squared over 2 times b times by c. So what is A, B and C? So if we have a triangle, we can label the sides angle A and side A. As you can see, the capital letter A is the angle, and same for angle B, side B, and finally angle C and side C. So that's how we label a triangle. Now moving on to the question. First, let's construct a triangle. And in this triangle, we have lengths of 20 centimeters, length of 15 centimeters, and finally the last length is 16 centimeters. And then we have angle x degrees. The question is, calculate the value of angle x. So as you can see, the angle we're trying to figure out is x, so that's going to be our A in this instance. So if x is the capital letter A, the side A will be 20 centimeters, and B and C can be either 15 or 16 centimeters. It doesn't matter which way you do it. So if we start it, we get cos x, as that's the angle we're trying to calculate, is equal to b squared, which is 15 squared, plus c squared, which is 16 squared, minus a squared, and a is opposite the angle A, which is 20 centimeters, so minus 20 squared, and that's going to be over 2 times by b times by c, which is 2 times by 15 times by 16. Now we can substitute these values into our calculator, and when we do this, so I'll let you guys have a go first, you should get cos x is equal to 27 over 160. So, and the last step is to calculate what x is. We need to do the inverse, so we press shift cos on your calculator, 27 over 160, and then we get the angle x is equal to 80.3 degrees. And that's the first question done, and we'll move on to the second question now. So we'll construct a triangle again. And in this triangle we have lengths of 10 centimeters, 5 centimeters, and we have 9 centimeters, and lastly the angle x. And the question is, calculate the value of angle x. So as same as before, we need to substitute these values into the formula, and in this instance, as our angle x is going to equal to A, our side A is 10 centimeters. As you can see, they're opposite each other. So we have cos x is equal to b squared, which is 5 squared, plus c squared, which is 9 squared, minus a squared, which is our 10 squared, over 2 times by b times by c, and our b and c is 5 times by 9. So as you can see, we're just substituting these values into the formula, and when you put this into the calculator, you should get cos x is equal to 1 over 15 And same as before, to get x by itself, the angle, we must do shift cos 1 over 15. And this answer is 86.2 degrees. And that's the second question finished. Make sure to write this down in your notes, and we'll move on to the next question now. This is the final question we're going to go over. So let's construct our triangle. This triangle has lengths of 6.9 centimeters, 7.3 centimeters, and 5.2 centimeters. And the question, same as before, is calculate the value of angle x. So we're trying to calculate what x is. So x is our A, and our side A is going to be 6.9 as they're opposite each other. And then we're left with B and C, either 7.3 centimeters and 5.2 centimeters. So we have cos x is equal to b squared, which is 7.3 squared, plus 5.2 squared, minus a squared, which is 6.9 squared. And this is over 2 times by b times by c. So 2 times by 7.3 times by 5.2. And now we can plug these values into our calculator, and you guys should get cos x is equal to 409 over 949. And finally, as we're trying to calculate the angle, we must do shift cos of 409 over 949. So it's the inverse, and the answer from this you guys should get is x is equal to 64.5 degrees. And that's all the examples done for the cosine rule and to calculate the angle.